सर्वछात्राः नमस्कारम्। अहं भावेश्वरः। अहम् अद्य चतुर्थ स्वाध्याय वल्भी विद्यास्थानं पाठयामि। Students, this lesson is about the ancient university named Valbhi Vidyalay. As we know that in current India there are many universities. For example, the big university situated in Delhi, in Ahmedabad also Gujarat University, even in Vallabh Vidyanagar Sardar Patel universities. So university means where the students study higher standards. And you are surprised, suppose I say that there were universities in India before 2000 years ago. So this is surprising matter, and you don't believe that sir, before 2000 years ago were there universities? Yes, there were universities in India, and students were very happily, and the system of the education was wonderful and very fantastic. So this lesson, Valbhi Vidyasthanam, is about the ancient university named Valbhi, and in this lesson the study pattern, who were the teachers in that universities, everything, and which were the subjects were taught in the universities, all the informations are included in this lesson. Okay, so let's start the lesson. Samprati विविधाः विश्वविद्यालयाः सुप्रसिद्धाः सन्ति. There were many famous universities in India. तेषु केचन एतादृशाः सन्ति यत्र अध्ययनार्थ प्रवेशं प्राप्य छात्रः स्वात्मानं धन्यं मन्यते. Means कि to get an admission in these universities, the students felt proud. एवमेव पुराकाले अपि अस्माकं भारतदेशे एतादृशाः बहवः विश्वविद्यालयाः. In those days in India there were many universities. Takshashila is one of the universities, then Nalanda, then Valbhi. So there were many universities in India. तत्र विद्याधनाय दूरात् देशात् समागत्य प्रवेशं लब्ध्वा छात्राः स्वात्मानं धन्यं मन्यते स्म. Means from very far away countries. For example, suppose I say from Afghanistan, from Iran, from Iraq, then some parts of China, the students, they were coming to India for higher education, and they felt proud to get an admission in Indian ancient universities. Eshu ekatam Valbhi Vidyalayah. So out of all these universities there was one university, and its name was Valbhi Vishwavidyalay. मगधराज्ये यथा नालंदा आसीत् तथैव अत्र गुर्जर प्रदेशे वल्भी आसीत्. So one university was situated in Magad Rajya, one was situated in Nalanda, and one was situated in our Gujarat, Gurjar Pradesh. Gurjar Pradesh means Gujarat state, and Nalanda means now it is known as Bihar. So in Bihar, in MP, even in Jammu and Kashmir, means the border of Jammu and Kashmir, now it is in Pakistan, and even in Gujarat there were universities. अत्रापि सुदूरात् देशात् जनाः अध्ययनाय आगच्छन्ति स्म, and अद्यत्वे अस्मदीये गुर्जर प्रदेशे वर्तमाने भावनगरे जनपदे वल्भी नामकं यदेकेम उपनगरं वर्तते. Now today in Gujarat that was the universities, means name of the university was Valbhi, but in current Gujarat, where was the university situated? So it was situated in Bhavnagar district. And there is a very small town in Bhavnagar district. The name is Valbipur, near Sarangpur. You might have visited Sarangpur many times. So it is just 30 to 35 kilometers from Sarangpur. तत्रैव प्राचीनकाले वल्भी विश्वविद्यालयः आसीत्. Now this is the picture you can see in your textbook. It was very old scene picture. वस्तु तस्तु इदम उपनगरम प्राचीन कालादेव अध्ययन अध्यापनस्य केंद्रमासीत्. So in that universities teaching and learning process was the main thing. पूर्वमत्र अष्टादश विद्यायाः पठनं पाठनं च भवति स्म. So there were total 18 subjects were taught in that universities. एतासु विद्यासु चत्वारो वेदा, means 4 Vedas. Dear students, let me tell you that in present era, in your school, you learn mathematics, science, chemistry, physics, biology. All these subjects are taught in your school. But in ancient universities, the subjects were totally different. Now, you please remember these subjects. So, what were the subjects taught in that universities? So, the subjects were Chatvaro Veda, means 4 Vedas. You know well, Atharva Veda, Sama Veda, like that. Rig Veda and others. Shat Vedangni, that was the subject. Puran, Nyay, Mimamsa, Smruti, Ayurved, Dhanurved, Gandharva Ved, Atharva Veda, Chatvarah Upavedaha cha samavishta santi. So in your examination, this question can be asked. So in ancient universities, which subjects were taught? So your answer is Chatvaro Vedaha, Shat Vedangni, Puran, Nyay, Mimamsa, Smruti, Ayurved, Dhanurved, Gandharva Ved, Atharva Ved, and Chatvar Upavedaha. ततः बौद्ध दर्शनस्य जैन दर्शनस्य च इदं केंद्रं संजातम्. एंड ख्रीस्तस्य चतुर्थां शताब्दां ऋग्वेदस्य भाष्यकार स्कंद स्वामी संजात. So ख्रीस्तस्य चतुर्थां शताब्दां means in 4th century BC there was one Swami, and his name was Skanda Swami, and he was the administrator of Nalanda universities, Valbi universities, and Saha Atreva Avasata, and he was living here. Etata suchayati yat guptakale atra vedadhyanapi prachalita sma, and Christasya chaturtham satabdam में सुप्रसिद्धो बौद्धाचार्य यानी कि बौद्ध धर्म के आचार्य स्थिरमति गुणमति, and Jainacharya was Sri Mallavadi Suri. Dear friends, remember this is the name Sthirmati Gunmati, and it is the name of Bauddhacharya, and Sri Mallavadi Suri, and this is the name Sri Mallavadi Suri, it is the name of Jainacharya, and this university was based on Buddhism and Jainism. Cha atreva विद्याव्यासंगम कुर्वन्ति स्म. एतत् सूचयति यदत्र जैन बौद्ध दर्शनानापि अध्ययनं प्रचलित स्म, अत्र यथा रुचि यथामति छात्राः अपठनम्. And यथा रुचि यथामति means here there was no bound that these subjects were compulsory. You have to learn, but students were totally free to choose their own subjects. And very important information, pravesarthamatra pravesh pariksapi bhavati sma. The meaning is, to get an admission, students has to pass one entrance exam also. So it is really surprising, even in those before 2000 years ago, to get an admission in these universities, was there entrance exam? Yes, there was entrance exam too. And तामुतीर्य एव अत्र छात्रस्य प्रवेशः शक्य आसीत्. And then if the student passes this exam, entrance exam, then it is possible to get an admission. ख्रीस्तस्य पञ्चम्यां शताब्द्याम् इदमुपनगरं मैत्रकाणां राजधानी आसीत्. And मैत्रकाणां व्यवस्थानुसारम् अध्ययनस्य समाप्तन्तरं द्वादशभाषा शास्त्रार्थ भवति स्म. And after finishing his education, there was GD. GD means group discussion also was organized by the professors. And शास्त्रार्थ विभिन्नानां मत मतांतराणां खंडन मंडन पूर्वकं विमर्श भवति स्म. And अनेकेस्मे विजयी जनाय राजा पारितोषिक रूपेण भूमिम अयच्छत. And the students who got highest mark, he was given scholarship. And in scholarship, the king he gave भूमिम. भूमिम means जिसको कहते हैं ना कि जमीन वो दान में देते थे. And कदाचित विजयी जनानां नामानि विद्यापीठस्य द्वारे उत्टंकितानि अभवत. So on the main entrance of the universities, his name was carved on the stone. So permanently the toppers list of the universities was carved on the gate. ख्रीस्तात् पूर्व प्रायः पंचम शताब्द्यां भगवत महावीरस्य जन्म अभवत. And तस्मिन् काले भगवता महावीरेण यः उपदेशः प्रदत्तः स आगम नाम्ना प्रसिद्ध वर्तते. So in these universities you know well कि जैनाचार्य means Jainism and Buddhism, as I have told earlier. So in these universities Lord Mahavir had written Agam. Agam, it's a name of the, means it is a book. It's a very holy book in Jainism, as we have holy book like Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata. In Jainism, Agam is a holy book. So ayam Agamah वर्ष पंचशत यावत मौखिक परंपरायाम सुरक्षितः आसीत्. So in these universities, face to face, mouth to mouth communication was done, and the holy preaches and holy messages was told to the students. And in this way the message of Lord Mahavir was spread. एवं हि श्रूयते यत् ख्रीस्तस्य तृतीयां शताब्द्यां नागार्जुन नाम्ना प्रसिद्धस्य विदुषः अध्यक्षतायाम् and एका जैन साधूनां समिति मिलिता. And in the 3rd century BC, one very scholar person named Nagarjun, he came and he was the administrator. And अस्याम् आगम ग्रंथानां लेखनस्य प्रस्तावो अभवत्. अत्र लेखलब्धवाणी वल्भी वाचना नाम्ना प्रसिद्धा जाता. And ख्रीस्तस्य नवम्यां शताब्द्यां, in the 9th century AD, वल्भी नगरस्य विनाशः अभवत्. And totally the town, the universities was totally destroyed in 9th century. In which century the city was destroyed? Due to some tectonic effect, due to earthquake, or maybe the flood, excessive flood, heavy rainfall. The total Valbhi Nagar was destroyed in 9th century. Parantu tasya अवशेषः अद्यापि तस्य समृद्धिं सूचयन्ति. But the remains of his town shows the greatness, how great it was. And एवं भारतस्य प्राचीनेषु विद्याकेन्द्रेषु वल्भी एकतमम् आसीत्. So in this Gujarat, India, Valbhi was one of the best universities of the world. And इतिहासे च अद्यापि वर्तते. And in the history of India, this university is really has been written by golden frames. Okay, so my dear friends, I hope you have understood this lesson in a nice way. Thank you.